Welcome, everyone. Hello.
Hi.
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 Hello.
Welcome, everyone.
Thank
Hi.
Hello.
Thank you, Spiridula.
Hello. Hola. Buongiorno. I will talk in many languages today. I'm Spiridula Lukopoulou. I am the Project and Partnerships Manager of Youthmakers Hub. This is the first webinar of the webinar series, Capacity Building for EU. Is part of our Erasmus Plus project, EUth Voices for Social Change, which is implemented by Fundación Farrah, Microcosmos and Youthmakers Hub. This is the first webinar, and it's called the Skills Development for EU. And today we will talk about skills, EU opportunities that you can find through some European projects. We will talk about Erasmus Plus Youth Exchange, training courses. We will talk about the European Solidarity Corps volunteering. And we will talk also about Erasmus Plus for people with disabilities. For those who are here, who are meeting us for the first time, Youthmakers Hub will host this webinar series, and we are a youth organization which is based in Athens, in Greece, but operates and acts at a global level. Our main thematic, our main pillar is education, and we work in various clusters such as soft skills, digital skills, environment, and entrepreneurship. And we organize also many trainings, many seminars for empowering young people in the framework mostly of European Erasmus projects and Horizon 2020. I hope you can learn more from us. You can also find our website here in the chat. I will send it, and you can check more about what we do. Before presenting the trainers for today, please, I would ask you to rename yourself as I have already texted you in the chat. Write your first name, your surname, your country's code so that we know where are you based right now. And I would like to have a little quick chat with the rest of the members here. First of all, Sophia Mastrocucu from Microcosmos. She will be also our trainer, but she's the co-founder, the founder of and president of organization Microcosmos, and my artist. And we work together in this project. Welcome, Sophia.
Hi, Spiridula. It's so nice meeting you again, even virtually. You are like family to me, you know that, especially Marilena, Constantinos, and you, of course, but also my dearest guapa Irene Garcia, prometente. She knows about that. No, I'm joking. Probably it's my Greek humor, so sorry. We are based in Italy, actually, and we are mad about inclusivity, about accessibility. Our organization was founded in 2016, and we are working a lot with people with disabilities, with students coming from vulnerable groups, students as they are called with fewer opportunities. And today, as part of this webinar, we will talk a lot about disability. Thank you so much for inviting us and for being, as always, an excellent host. And we will talk again soon.
You're based in Turin, but I guess now you're in Athens, in Greece.
Yes.
As I understand, very nice. And I welcome everyone to please text us. Where are you based right now? Where are you joining from today? So I would like to see, where are you guys right now? Are you in Greece? Are you in Spain? Are you somewhere else? Maybe. I see Thessaloniki, Athens, Greece, Greece, a lot of Greek people here joining us today. Anyone else who is not Greek? Italy, Luca. Ciao, Luca. From Turin as well, Torino. Very nice. Larissa, Italy, Torino. We play Canaria Islands. Hola. Very nice. I hope, guys, you enjoy, and of course I welcome you everyone to chat with us, to talk with us. Irene Garcia, hola, ciao. Would you like to tell us something as well?
Hello, of course. Just like Sophia, I'm very, very glad to be here today. And I know we're going to learn a lot about new opportunities. And I just, for all those that don't know us, I'm from the Fundación Farrah, who also works in this project, but we are all learning a lot. So thank you for being here, to everyone.
Thank you. And last but not least, we have also Marilyn and Konstantinos and Jana from Youthmakers Hub. I don't know if someone wants to say a few things.
Hello, everyone. Hi from Athens. I'm really looking forward to learn more today. Hello to our friends and colleagues. Sophia, nice to see you all the time virtually. Hi, Irene. Hi to all the teams here who make it possible to have this webinar today. And yes, let's enjoy all together. Have fun.
Perfect. Thank you.
Hello, also from my side. I'm Marilena, co-founder of Youthmakers Hub. You will be hearing a lot from my side today, and I'm super, super glad I have the opportunity to share all these amazing opportunities that the EU is offering to all of us.
Jana.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me, first of all?
Yes.
Okay, that's why. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, perfect.
Great, I hear you very well. So I'm Jana. I'm so happy being with you here today. I'm looking forward to hear all these tips about the Erasmus Plus and European Solidarity Corps and all this stuff. So I can't wait.
Thank you, Georgiana. I'm gonna present you a little bit the agenda for today. We will start with Erasmus Plus Youth Exchanges and Training Course presented by Marilena, and also ESC, the European Solidarity Corps Volunteering Program. We will also have Kalliopi Dalla, who is the national coordinator of the Eurodesk Greece network. She is part of the Youth and Lifelong Learning Foundation of Greece, and she will present us today the Eurodesk and the platform. We will also have the opportunity to talk with other people from other organizations. They will share also their experiences from these programs, and you can also ask them your questions if you want to know more tips, if you have any thoughts or feelings, any hesitation of participating, we are here today to solve you all the questions. We will have Elpidophoros Chrysovergis, founder of Willing to Help organization, which also is an organization which participates in a lot of Erasmus Plus programs and European Solidarity Corps. And he will share with us opportunities and generally the feeling of this project. And finally, as I said, we will have Sophia Mastrakuku to present us the Erasmus Plus for people with disabilities. This video is recorded, so please, if you don't want to be recorded to have your picture, do not open your camera. However, I really encourage you to participate and to give comments, open your microphones, raise your hands, react, so that we can have this reaction and interaction together today. Also, you can post about this activity in the social media. You can tag all the organizations, and you can be sure that we will repost your stories and your posts. I think we can start. I can pass the floor to Marilena Maragou to start the presentation and start the action, actually.
Perfect, perfect. Thanks, Spiridoula, for this amazing hosting. So as Spiridoula mentioned, and as I mentioned also before, I am Marilena. I'm the co-founder of Youthmakers Hub. And today we will be discussing together about EU opportunities, and more specifically about youth exchanges, training courses, and European Solidarity Corps volunteering program. These are opportunities that some of them, they have specific characteristics, they have eligibility criteria. Sometimes they are a bit chaotic. So what we will try to do is to put everything in order, and it would be great to make it as interactive as possible. It's here not only for me to share my experience and my expertise on that, but feel free to make any question. You can leave it in the chat, and when it's the time for the Q&A, we will be going through your questions. So feel free to ask whatever you want. We have the time. We have the people. There are many people in this call that they have participated in several EU opportunities. So we have the knowledge inside this webinar. So be sure that you make use of this opportunity also. So by saying that, I will start. Spiridoula, can you put the poll? Actually, I have it also here. Okay. So in front of you now, you can see a poll. We want to check if you have participated in an Erasmus Plus youth exchange or training course, just for these two, so as to know more or less about the people that we are talking today, if you have previous experience on that. Okay, I can see like people reacting. It's like the political debates, and you see going, and the percentages going up and down. Okay, as soon as we have the replies. Yeah, Joanna, do you want to ask something, or it was by mistake the raise of hand? Okay, great.
I just want to mention that I have participated.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you can put this in the poll that you can see in front of you. Perfect. Okay, let's give 10 more seconds to people to reply. And okay, it's changing a little bit. I didn't expect this result. Okay, I think, Spiridoula, we can end the poll and show the result. Okay. Can you see the results? Can you see now? Okay, so the 46%, not yet, but I want to, of course, that's why you are inside. Okay, of course, we don't have anyone in not being interested. And then 9 people, 35% yes, and 19% no. Okay, so we see that we have people that they have not participated yet. We will focus in general in all the steps and take it step by step, because I really believe your participation in all the EU opportunities is about taking everything step by step and not being so anxious to apply immediately and see them all together. So let me share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen? Yes. Grazie. Of course, feel free to, if you want to open your camera, if you want to leave any question, I'm checking also the chat here. Okay, so let's start. Just to frame it, as Spiridula also mentioned before, we are 3 organizations behind this webinar, behind this series of webinars, because that is the first out of the 3 that will be coming. And in general, many activities are coming in the framework of the Youth Voices for Social Change. And as mentioned before, we have Farrah Fundación from Las Palmas, Microcosmos from Italy, and Youthmakers Hub from Greece. You can find everything about us online, so we'll not talk about the organizations. Just for you to know about the Youth Voices for Social Change is an Erasmus Plus program. It's not a youth exchange, it's not a training course, it's a key action 2 program. So it's on a bigger scale program. What we are trying to do through Youth Voices for Social Change is to empower youth through digital means. So that's a typical example, like we have this webinar, fulfill the need that we have identified in the specific target areas, and empower marginalized groups. By Youth Voices for Social Change, we want to empower youth, we want to educate youngsters on how they can establish and actually give them the opportunity to share their stories, because there are young people around Gran Canarias, Athens, and Turin that they want to share their voices, increase their sense of initiative, and of course to raise the awareness about EU opportunities. And this is the actual aim of this specific webinar. We will be talking together about youth exchanges and training courses. We will give specific tips and tools. We will go also through several platforms that you can find all these opportunities, but also sometimes young people, they find these platforms a little bit tricky. So we'll go through these platforms and check how you can find these opportunities. What do you need to do in order to apply? We will refer also to the European Solidarity Corps volunteering program. Is a previous, it was called EVS. Now it's the ESC, so it's just changing name, but it's the same concept. We will also have the national coordinator of Eurodesk in Greece, talking about the opportunities that you can have through Eurodesk. And then at the end, we will have Sophia referring about Erasmus Plus for people with disabilities. So you see that we will cover all this event from different perspectives. And I'm sure that each of you has a different point of view, a different interest. And in general, we'll identify the ways how you could be included. Okay, is someone wants to ask something, or is okay, I continue. And if you need something, of course, you can raise your hand. In case I don't see the raise hand, Spiridula can let me know. And you can send also your questions at the chat. Erasmus Plus mobility projects, youth exchanges and training courses. So youth exchanges and training courses are 2 different categories of opportunities for young people. The youth exchanges and training courses are part of Erasmus Plus. Many times the general, let's say, misunderstanding is when I ask people, do you know about Erasmus Plus? The typical answer is, yeah, this program for the students when I study in the university. It's not only about this. Erasmus Plus is a program of the European Union. For the period 2021 to 2027, it has a budget around 26 billion, and it gives many opportunities for collaboration, for traveling, for mobility, innovation, research, and it's being actually renewed every 7 years. In general, Erasmus in the last years, it has like different names. For the period of 2021-2027, it will be Erasmus Plus. You can find many information online in general about Erasmus Plus, and you will receive this presentation afterwards. So we have included several QR codes, several links, several videos in order for you to find more opportunities later on. Now I would like to see a video all together. Let me open it here and just let me know if you can hear the sound. It's a general intro about Erasmus Plus. It refers to the previous period because it has just changed, but it's exactly the same regarding what is it about. Okay, and now share. Okay, and now you can see it. Okay, skip ad.
Marilena, just
European Union program. Erasmus Plus is the European Union program in the fields of education, training, youth and sport for the period from 2014 to 2020. The program aims to make a positive change in Europe by offering learning and cooperation opportunities. People and organizations from the European Union and other partner countries can take part in a variety of activities funded by Erasmus Plus. One part of Erasmus Plus is dedicated to youth field, supporting projects focusing on non-formal education, youth policy, and other youth-related matters. This means that it concerns a wide variety of educational organizations outside the formal school program. Young people aged 13 to 30 and adults supporting their learning can use the support of Erasmus Plus Youth. It's expected that more than 500,000 young people will benefit from this program. Funding for youth activities under Erasmus Plus aims to improve different competencies and improve the employability of young people, promote young people's social inclusion and well-being, and foster improvements in youth work and youth policy at local, national, and international level. €1.6 billion is allocated to support projects within the youth field of Erasmus Plus program over the 7 years. The Erasmus Plus program is structured in 3 key actions. Key Action 1 is the learning mobility opportunities for individuals, both young people and youth workers. Key Action 2 focuses on strategic partnerships, aiming at innovation and quality, and strengthening cooperation among different sectors and actors, private, public, non-governmental, and others, in the field of youth work. Key Action 3 offers opportunities for young people to influence policymaking and reforms by entering into dialogue with policymakers. There are a number of great possibilities under each key action.
Okay, that was a short video, just like an intro of what Erasmus Plus is all about. So if you have been like giving attention to the video, in which key action are the youth exchanges and the training courses? You can write at the chat. Because they mentioned about the key actions and in which key action are the learning mobilities. I'm waiting your reply at the chat. Key action 1, Ioana. Any other reply? Key action 1. Key action 2, key action 1. Okay, so the learning mobilities, which has to do with the youth exchanges and the training courses and the Erasmus for students in the universities, as most of you already know, is under key action 1. So we will be focusing only under key action 1 and the learning mobilities regarding youth exchanges and training courses. So let's see which are the main differences between the youth exchanges and the training courses, because sometimes people, they misunderstood, okay, what is it about? Is it for me or not? Am I eligible? Many times, like, people are getting stressed also depending on the age. So let's see what are the youth exchanges is all about. So the youth exchange program is a mix of exercises, workshops, role play, simulation, debates, and outdoor activities. So it's not, if you ask me to describe you how a youth exchange program, a youth exchange week look like, it may have different looks, let's say, because it depends on the program that they will prepare for you. But everything is based on non-formal education. So don't expect that you go to a youth exchange course, youth exchange program, and you attend a course like you are in the university. It's more based on learning by doing. So it has the format of workshops, simulations, as mentioned before. The main purpose of a youth exchange program is to develop competencies. Not only the competencies of the topic that you are focusing, but also personal competencies. And this is happening through the activities that they are based on non-formal education. Secondly, strengthen the values like solidarity, democracy, and friendship. And of course, discover new cultures, habits, lifestyles through peer learning. As you may have heard in the youth exchanges, but we will also see it in some examples that we have for you today, there are people from different countries. So it's an opportunity for you to discover different cultures, different lifestyle, different people with different mentality. So that's why it's an exchange also of knowledge and opportunities. Regarding the youth exchange, the most important is the age limit. It's from 13 years old until 30 years old. So for us, that we are over 30 years old, we are not eligible anymore for youth exchanges, but don't worry, for the people that they are more than 30 years old, we can go to the training courses. So when we talk about the training courses, we talk about more demanding program. This has to do also with the topic, but going deeper for this specific topic. For example, we may have a youth exchange about democracy and a youth exchange with and then training course again about democracy, but the training course will be more demanding. And usually it requires a bit of experience in Erasmus mobilities. So for people to have participated in previous projects as well. Professional development of youth workers. Many times, like people are asking, okay, who are the youth workers? The people working with young people are considered youth workers. So a training course would be ideal for me, Marilena, to go, because I'm working with young people and I want to develop my skills on a specific topic. And then regarding the type of what could be included in a training course, seminars, contact making events, training courses and study visits, job shadowing. What is a job shadowing? Is that you travel for a specific period in another organization, and let's say you become the shadow of someone. Let's say that you come at Youthmakers Hub, and you have the communication lead here at Youthmakers Hub, Jana, and you want to be like Jana. So you follow her on an everyday basis. Now you should see the face of Jana, just to learn from her and from her expertise. Training courses, again, are based on non-formal education. All the activities are based on non-formal education and learning by doing. And regarding the age is from 18 years old plus until there's no age limit. In some of them, there might be a specific limit. Hello? Someone wants to ask something? Okay, maybe you can mute, or like my team can support in muting for external sounds. So in some of them, there might be a limit, but in general, there's no limit. So for us that we are a bit older, we can go for training courses. Any question until now regarding youth exchanges and training courses? You can also write at the chat if you want, anytime. And you can raise your hand, or you can open your camera as you want. So moving on. Let's go a little bit more details about these youth exchanges and the training courses. So groups of young people from different countries meet, live together, work on a shared project for a short period. What does it mean? That it's not only about Greek people or Italian or Spanish, but a combo of people, of young people from different countries, that they usually the duration is from 5 to 21 days. You go to a specific place. There is a specific topic that you are all working on. And the hosting organization, who is the hosting organization? The organization that is hosting the mobility at this country has prepared an everyday plan for you in order to attend with specific activities. Ages regarding the youth exchanges are from 13 to 30, as we said before, different kind of activities. And regarding the grant, because someone would think, okay, it's an amazing idea, but I don't have the money. The EU is covering your travel expenses to go there, is covering the food and the accommodation. So everything is covered by the EU, so you don't have to put money from your pocket in order to participate. Usually, and we will see it also in the application steps, you need to buy the tickets, and once you return back, you give all the paperwork and the boarding passes, whatever is required from the organization that is sending you, and you get back the money. Yeah, Javier, you want to ask something?
Yes, I have a doubt about the travels because I did the form for a youth exchange in Romania, but they say that they only cover international travel, that being that they only cover the planes, but not the buses or the trains inside of Romania, or in my case, inside of Spain, to go to Madrid, to the airport and everything. Is that normal?
Is that normal? So it depends. They might have like a more restricted budget. Usually they should cover all the expenses, like from you to leave. Let's say that you stay in Valencia and you want to take the plane from Madrid. they should cover also this. Maybe there is a specific restriction on their budget and they cannot cover extra. That's why it's every time you need to ask what exactly. But usually from my experience and the training courses I have participated, they cover all the travel for you. And you need to keep, like, for example, in Romania, you keep the tickets from the bus.
Yeah. Okay. No, I know they cover up to a specific amount, like for example, 275 euros, no, to go from Spain to Romania. But like, it's not that I go over it, is that they, well, I don't know. I was just wondering if that was allowed by the European Union or not.
What I would suggest for you to do, because if you don't go over the 275 euros, I would suggest that you make this question in Juve, at the National Agency of Spain, and you make this question because probably they might not know in this organization that they can cover you also these expenses. So it's better you also ask the national agency, and in Spain is in Juve. Because they are responsible of giving the money to the organization to send you at a youth exchange. So this is...
Okay. Can you write the name
in Juve?
In the chat? You said Juve.
Is in Juve. Sorry
okay.
for my Spanish accent. In Juve.
No.
They will send you now.
Okay, thank you very much.
You are welcome. Spiridula, you raised your hand.
Yes, but I also replied to the chat to Javier that it's exactly what he said. Usually it's up to a specific amount, the reimbursement, depending the kilometers of you need to pass anyway from the recipient from the country that you are leaving to the country that you are going. Yes, either the INJUVE or the National Agency of Romania, as the hosting organization was in Romania.
Yeah, for me, one time it happened that they even covered the taxi because there was no bus because of a strike. So I had to take a taxi, and they even covered the taxi. So it's better you make this question also to the National Agency of Romania and of Spain regarding this. Okay, any other question, doubt until now? Otherwise, we can move on and see a little bit more information about the youth mobilities in practice. In general, Erasmus Plus has specific priorities, and these specific priorities, they also go along with the topics that the youth exchanges are all about. So we are talking about inclusion and diversity, environmental sustainability, digital transformation in the field of youth. In general, there are many different topics regarding the youth exchanges and the training courses, and we will see some examples also in the platform. So I'm sure that you will find the one that interests you more, and go on moving on with the application. So there is the publication of the exchange, an open call for applications. So you will see, and we will check later on where you can find these opportunities in several platforms. There are many Facebook groups that I'm sure that you are aware, and if not, we will also send you a list of groups that we have identified, but also specific platforms to the European Union. And we'll talk about Salto. You will see it in a while, and we'll send you the link. And also later on, Ms. Dalla will talk to you about Eurodesk, which is a platform where you can find so many opportunities. So we see the call, and we apply, and the applications go through a specific evaluation. Regarding the application, they might ask for a motivational letter. They might ask you to complete a Google form. They might ask you to send also your CV. So it depends on the organization, what they will be asking in order for the application to be completed. They evaluate the applications, and then the participants organize the mobility, which means that the participants arrange their tickets. You don't have to arrange anything about your accommodation or your food, because the hosting organization, let's see, in the case of Javier's Romania, so the hosting organization in Romania has already arranged your accommodation and your food. And after the return, you provide all the boarding passes, whatever is required, the receipt, any kind of receipts required from the organization in order for you to get refunded the money back. And then regarding the Erasmus Plus training courses, again, the trainings are related to the following topics, as mentioned before in the youth exchanges: inclusion and diversity, environmental sustainability, digital transformation in the field of youth. Again, is the same priorities, but as mentioned before, when we are talking about training courses, we are going even deeper, and it needs a little bit of experience in Erasmus projects in general. So if it's your first time to apply for such an opportunity, it's better you start with a youth exchange and later on with a training course, for you to have also more probabilities to get selected to travel through this opportunity. Any question until now? Any doubt? Any comment? Okay, I'm checking also the chat in case you need something. So moving on, some tips I would like to give you, what to include in your application when you apply either for a youth exchange or for a training course. What is your motivation for this specific project? You need to explain why do you want to be part of this specific youth exchange. It's not only about I want to travel, I want to go to Spain, it's an amazing country, so this is an opportunity for me. You need to explain and give them some, to rephrase it in another way. You want to understand and come in touch with other cultures and people from different backgrounds, to learn through interactive activities, to earn soft skills. So we can see that the way that you will be stating your motivation is really important. That's why you need to put attention on how you frame it. I have talked with several youth workers from other organizations that they have been receiving these kind of applications. And most of the times they were saying that most of the participants were saying, I want to travel and this is an amazing opportunity. Of course, it's an amazing opportunity for you to travel, but it's not just this. Through these youth exchanges, through the training courses, you have the opportunity to learn about a specific topic. You can also describe in your application what is your connection with this specific topic, why you are concerned of this topic. And something really important that matters also for the youth organization, but also for the EU, how you will, what you will do with the knowledge that you will gain through this, through your experience in this youth exchange, in this training course. So it's really important that you explain to inside your application how you will use this knowledge, how you will be a multiplier, maybe in your local community, about what you have learned through your participation in this specific project. And of course, how would you be able to contribute? Apart from attending, you could also frame how, why they should choose you instead of someone else. So you need to describe your best skills. Don't lie. Don't say that you are extrovert and you are not. Try to find the ones that really characterize you. Each of us has different skills. Focus on yourself and how you could be part of this youth exchange, why you will be an added value, why they should choose you. And my also personal tip is when you prepare your application, give it also to someone else to proofread it, to tell you your opinion, because there's so much competition regarding the youth exchanges and the training courses. So it's always good to prepare a good application, a competitive application, in order for you to get selected. So why to participate? Because we have been saying, okay, that is so nice, it's important. We have been focusing also on the application and the process. Maybe either you can also like open your camera, or you can write, okay, I just saw, I will reply also to you, Yorgos. You can write in the chat a reason that someone should participate in a youth exchange or in a training course. And maybe we can give the floor also to someone that has already participated. So meanwhile, I will reply to you, what Yorgos is saying. So Yorgos is saying, I have noticed that some Greek organizations, and not only, have an expensive participation fee, 50 to 60 euros. Why is that? Many non-Greek participants of youth exchange or training courses have said on Facebook that they don't need to pay this type of participation fee. So it's not only Greek organizations. There are many organizations, as far as I know, that they are adding this participation fee. How to say it politically correct, it's not, these opportunities are for free for the participants. Some organizations, they decide to put an extra participation fee because they have people working on that, so they need to cover some expenses. Me personally, I believe that there should not be a participation fee because these are opportunities offered for free from the European Union. But maybe later on also, Ms. Dalla could give us an input regarding this and the participation fee on the youth exchanges and training courses. Maybe, okay, I'm waiting for you to write in the chat why someone, so the question is, why someone should participate in a youth exchange or a training course. So Despina is commenting, it's a unique opportunity to build collaboration, intercultural innovation, and initiative skills. Amazing. Keep this phrase and put it also in your application when you will apply for the youth exchange or a training course. Someone else that would like to share something that you have gained through your participation. Meet new cultural people and increase knowledge, of course. CV improvement, yes, we need to put something in our CV when we are starting, because when you go to apply, they need something inside. Life-changing experience, same for me also. Chrysaline, a life-changing chance to broaden your knowledge horizons and network with like-minded people. Yeah, I totally agree. Javier, they're a good opportunity to learn new things about many subjects, such as ecology, art, communication, work. In addition, we are open our minds by meeting people from other countries and culture, and it allows us to learn English by practicing it. Amazing. You said it all. You listen like to my accent, okay. Sometimes they think that my accent is, I am from Spain, but it's, you don't need to worry about your accent. The point is to communicate and find these opportunities. You can appreciate the non-formal education and teamwork. It's actually one of really few opportunities that have only plus. Exactly. There's not something that you cannot gain, you can lose like through your participation in this kind of activities. Okay, let's see what I have here. So my reasons why to participate, as mentioned, is like you start practicing another language. If this is English, if this is French, if this is whatever. So it's an amazing opportunity. And always in these youth exchanges and training courses, you have the opportunity, because there are people from different countries. So you have the opportunity to also learn some words in other languages. You meet people from different cultures, from different countries, and this is unique, because you get to know what is happening in other countries, how people are perceiving the same topic. And the most important is that all the participants have been attracted in this specific, let's say, youth exchange because of the topic. So you are all interested in the same topic. And this is the first thing that you have all in common. You develop many skills, soft skills. You develop on your communication skills, because you will have the opportunity to talk in front of other people, to present, work in teams, go out of your comfort zone. For many people, it's an opportunity, or is their first opportunity to travel outside of their country, which is not easy in the beginning. We were not traveling since we were babies, but when you go out of your comfort zone and you have this opportunity, then for sure it's something that you only gain, and there are only plus, as someone mentioned before in the chat. So where to find all these amazing opportunities? Here we have several Facebook groups that we have identified. Of course, there are many Facebook groups that you can find opportunities. Instagram, you can follow Erasmus Plus projects, Salto Youth Inclusion Diversity, and you can find many opportunities also there. And then we go to the two amazing platforms, and I'm not doing any promotion, I'm not taking any commission from this platform, but of course you gain from these opportunities. Salto to Youth and European Youth Portal. You will also receive, perfect, amazing. While I'm talking, the links are coming. Salto and European Youth Portal. So from a research that we did in these platforms, we found some opportunities that they are currently offered for Greek participants, for Italian participants, for Spanish participants, and of course you can find more. So for example, this is a training course. It's happening in April in Slovakia. Here, always in the platform, you can see from which countries they accept participants, who is the organizer, so you can email and contact also the organizer. You have a description of what is about to happen. And here you just go apply now, and you see how you can apply. This is from the Salto to Youth platform. This one on the right is from the Facebook group Erasmus Plus Youth Exchanges. So they are looking for participants from Greece, Italy, and Spain to go to England, UK. There are two phases, so you can either go in February or in March. In total, there will be 37 participants, and here you can see where you can find the opportunity and where you can apply. Other opportunities here in another group also in Facebook. This is for participants from Italy. I'm going to the one in the UK on the right of the screen. Okay, who wants to join Javier in the UK? Are you going for phase 1 or phase 2, Javier? This one? Okay, waiting for Javier, because I see there are two phases, one in February and one in March. Phase 1. Okay, so if someone would like to join Javier in the phase 1 of the Youth Exchange Russia, you can apply now. So you see, these are current opportunities, and we try to find up-to-date opportunities for you to go. So this on the left is only for Italian participants. The one on the right is for Greek and Spanish participants. And you see here how many participants from which country. they are accepting, who is organizing, what is the content, and how you can apply. This is from the Salto to Youth. Regarding the Salto to Youth, platform, it's super easy on how you can make you just register and you identify inside the platform. And I would like to show you, give me a sec so I can open. Okay, Salto to Youth. Okay, so I will share my screen. I have entered my Salto to Youth to be a little bit more practical. So here you see this is when I enter Salto to Youth, and I can go to the European training calendar, so I can identify opportunities. We have 67 upcoming trainings listed, so I can see several training courses coming here on the right, or I can search for training. So in which country do I want to go? From which country are the participants, which is really important. If I want a specific activity, do I want a study visit? Do I want a partnership, seminar, training course? Between which dates? So you check also your agenda, which dates you are free and you can go. So you can find the opportunities that they are more related to what you are looking. And as you can see, there are so many different topics. Model International Criminal Court. That's amazing, actually. Rethinking gender equality. Training course on interpersonal communication as a peace-building tool in the local communities. My personal advice is check also the organization that is organizing this. You can check them online, the activities they are doing, because there are so many, in order for you to identify better the one that fits you most. Do you have any question regarding the Salto to Youth platform? Something that you have faced, maybe any difficulty? Okay, in any case, you can send, we will have some time for questions later on. And can you see this platform? No, we'll check it later. So, my final tips for a successful application, for a youth exchange, or for a training course. View screen mode. First of all, make a research. There are so many different youth exchanges. Don't start applying because you're super excited to go somewhere. Make it a little bit more relevant to you and to your interest. So identify topics that you are interested in. Go search the organizations that are organizing these opportunities in order for you to identify something of good quality. Make sure you meet the eligibility criteria, so you don't apply for something that you don't meet the eligibility criteria. Prepare a strong application. It's really important that you prepare a strong application because there is a lot of competition. So you need to identify, you need to prepare an application that will stand out comparing to other applications. And then create a detailed and well-written project proposal outlining your ideas for the youth exchange and how they align with the program's objectives. So you need to connect the objectives of the youth exchange, as we saw before in the Salto to Youth, where you see the description of the opportunities. There you can check also the objectives of this youth exchange. So you can focus on that and rephrase, try to connect them also with your interest in order for you to prepare a really good competitive application to have more probabilities in order to get selected and participate. So, any question regarding youth exchanges and training courses before we move on to the ESC, to the European Solidarity Corps? Javier, have they replied to you if you have been selected?
To the one in the UK?
Yes, yes.
Yes. In fact, I was telling you that you should join because also they replied very fast to me. I did the application and like half an hour after, they told me they accepted me.
Okay. Do you have any suggestion, any tip for the people when they will apply for this specific one? What did you mention in your application?
Well, I mentioned that I was very interested in ecology, that I wanted, because this one is about ecology, how we can like reduce our impact on the planet. And I told them that I was interested in learning and educating myself on that topic, how I can be more responsible with the resources that I use. And yeah, basically, like, I think what you said before about not telling them only that I want to take this opportunity only because I want to travel and see places, it's a good advice to tell them that you're really interested and you want to learn. And also, normally they ask, what are you going to do with that information or with all that you've learned afterwards when you come home? And tell them, like, for example, I was a teacher last year, so I told them, well, not this one specifically, but I think I've told some youth exchanges that I would like to implement those in class, to do debates, for example, because I really think they were interesting topics, or like you are going to talk about them with your friends, or you may do a call with strangers to talk about Erasmus Plus or whatever, like to see so they can see that you are interested.
Yeah, and you are actually doing something afterwards with the knowledge gain. Thank you very much, Javier.
Exactly.
Thank you. So if you want also to apply, there are free spots for that one, and you can meet Javier in person. Thank you very much, Javier. Irene, you raised your hand.
Yes, I did. Yes, I was thinking how like I'm over 30, not a lot, but a little. What do I have to do? Because you said that to get a youth, training course, it's easier if you've done before some of these mobility projects. How could I do it? I mean, someone over 30 to do something else. Like, is there any other projects or how?
No, you can go through the training courses because I know your background, your expertise. So you already have been working in different, in specific topics. So you can go and register at Salto to Youth platform, the one I was mentioning before and we saw. And there are many training courses that you can apply and you can go because they don't have age limit.
Yeah, but I mean, not only for me, but if I'm talking to someone like over 30, they don't have a lot of experience in some specific fields, and maybe they just want to, I don't know, do something different. And do they have possibilities to do something before they apply to get more?
Yeah, for example, let's say that if they have done something voluntarily on their local level. For example, if you want to send participants from Las Palmas and they have voluntarily participated in the activities of Farrah, and they can state it inside the application that they have done something and it's not their first time, because for the training courses, they want a little bit more say experienced people, but it doesn't mean that you don't have probability if you apply, because maybe they will not receive so many applications. So it's not for you like not to apply. And another question from Yorgos, does speaking a second or third language make a stronger application? It depends if they ask if it's needed for the specific training course. If, for example, you need also to talk apart from English in French, then of course it's required. So it's and maybe when they will receive way too many applications and they don't have so many sports Yorgos, maybe it will be an asset if you have more skills regarding the languages. Okay, any other question, doubt, comment? Okay, perfect. So regarding the European Solidarity Corps volunteering program, I don't know, Spiridoula, do we have with us Elpidophoros?
Yes, we do.
Amazing. So I would like to give the floor to our dear friend and colleague Elpidophoros. They are doing amazing things in their organization. They have open position for European Solidarity Corps for the summer. So we try to find these opportunities and bring them closer to you, because maybe some of you would be interested in applying. So I would like to give the floor to Elpidophoros to tell us about what is the European Solidarity Corps volunteering program, and what are you doing and willing to help, and what opportunities do you have for people?
Hello, everyone. My name is Elpis. Nice to meet you. First of all, Marilena and all the team, thank you so much for organizing this beautiful workshop. And yes, I'm the founder of Willing to Help, and I'm very happy today to be with you and share a bit of a knowledge of what we have done in the past, what is the European Solidarity Corps. So yes, actually, the European Union is kind enough to give some nice opportunities to people to travel abroad and live some nice experiences, but not just experience a culture or a place, but also be in a service of a community. So I think this is the main purpose of European Solidarity Corps, is programs that are aiming to actually have an impact in a community. So in our case, Willing to Help, we are an organization that we started to work actually a lot with Africa and Asia, like in communities in Africa and Asia. That's how also we got in contact with the Youthmakers Hub, with Marilyn and Constantinos, that do amazing work in Africa. And so this was just the beginning, but we still do it, of course. But for the last 4 years, we do a lot of Erasmus Plus and European Solidarity Corps programs. So the main pillar is when it comes to ESC, there is a volunteering, there is a short term. Well, the short term is actually up to 2 months, and then there is a long term, which is up to 1 year. These programs mostly apply to youngsters, like the youth people up to 30 years old. Of course, there is opportunities for more than 30 years old in Erasmus Plus and different programs, but when it comes to ESC, it's up to 30 years old. And in our case, it's actually the 4th year that we host programs like this. So an organization actually can be both a sending organization, but also a host organization. If you want to host volunteers, you need to have a quality label. So in our case, it's like we got accredited like a quality label so that we can host volunteers. Because in order to organize a project, of course, the national agency needs to be sure that you have the capacity to host some people, that there is like a place for accommodation, there is a project is meaningful actually, and you also have the people to like a coordinator or a mentor. So, and when it comes to like running a project, of course, when you are joining a program, actually, first of all, you need to know that the European Union is covering the travel, the tickets actually to go to the place, is giving you like is giving the organization some money to have for accommodation and the food. So it's good that you have covered like all the expenses that you have, plus you have some pocket money. It's about 150 euro per month. So in terms of finances, at least you can get an experience that you don't really need to pay, at least for your needs. These are covered. But the most important thing, of course, is that you're going to a place that you will learn so many things and get experience to a different culture, learn some amazing people, meet some amazing people. In our in our case, like willing to help, we have an active program actually. It's called Active Raches, and we're being based in central Greece. We are by the sea. We have a beautiful campsite. It's called Nisi, and it's a nice place where we actually do a lot of activities for the community. We kind of divide them in four pillars. The first one is environment. We have the vegetable garden. We do a lot of composting, recycling, upcycling, beach cleanups. We organize some zero waste workshops. We do some farm to table recipes and cook together. So we try to live like with lower impact to planet Earth. And then apart from the environment, we have like the educational pillar, which is very important. So we invite people that like education and being with kids, like this is Paradise for Kids. So there is a lot of workshops happening to give some good education to the kids that are coming when it comes to social issues. Of course, you can be also just through games, but through non-formal education, you can teach a lot of things actually about social issues. But not just for kids. We also organize a lot of crafts and arts workshops for adults as well. We have a place that we do a lot of like sewing, macrame, pyrography, teaching foreign languages. And all this is for free, of course, for the community. And it's nice that the volunteers, they get the chance to interact with a lot of people. The third pillar is the sports sector. So we like sports a lot. We like being active. So in our place, there is a lot of, because we are just a few meters from the sea, there is a lot of water sports going on, like SUP, kayak, windsurfing, kite surfing. We love nature, of course, a lot. So we do a lot of hiking and cycling and running, but also like kind of fitness classes like yoga, Pilates, dancing, and stuff like this. So we try to promote more active lifestyle to the people of the community. So you will get to do a lot of sports here. And the fourth pillar is like kind of marketing and administration, which is like, of course, also important when it comes to handling the websites, sending some newsletters, or writing an applications for Erasmus Plus program. So it's a big variety of things that we actually do. And the volunteers that come, they get exposed to many different things. I like it because it's kind of like a small school that you get to learn a lot of different things. But of course, the most important thing is the networking, that you get exposed to different environments, you get to meet a lot of interesting people, and you learn a lot. Of course, it's a two-way interaction. You also share some knowledge and offer some things, but you also receive, and it's a nice two-way communication and approach. I'm not sure if I'm going too much in detail. If I talk too much, you can stop me also. Sorry about that. But I'm happy to see that there is also people from Greece, but also from abroad. And maybe you're interested in joining some nice projects. Also abroad, of course, there is many beautiful places. And it's up to you how long you want to spend in these volunteering projects. Just remember that you can do it only once, the short-term volunteer, and one time the long-term volunteer. So it's nice to maybe, yes, as you were saying before, just search a bit about the organization. Maybe you can talk to people that have been there before. So you make sure that it's something that suits to you. For the moment, we have it open, this vacancies actually. It starts in May. It's almost 4 months, the project that we have. It's for the summer season actually. So it's May to end of August. And so we have also an info pack. You already
yes, exactly.
You're always one step ahead. Thank you so much. And yeah, so you can go through if you want and have a look on that. And it's nice also to have like any kind of questions to the organization, because maybe there is things that maybe you don't know, which countries can apply, for example, or about the age limit, or some things that you can always ask. I think it's very nice what the guys are doing now with this webinar, because it's free to like open like to any kind of questions, and because of course we all don't know anything, so it's nice to ask some people that they have some experience. But from my side, what I could say is that if you have some time, it's a really nice experience you can do. If you ever want to come to Greece, it's a really nice place for us to host you, and you will definitely have a really good time. So, and you will learn a lot for sure. But yeah, maybe let's go through questions first, and yes, otherwise I will talk a lot. Spiridula, yes.
I wanted to ask you, what's the most unique, let's say, feedback you received from a volunteer? Like, did someone tell you something like very nice for their experience? Yes.
That's really nice, because actually what we created this program, I think it's feelings. So there's a lot of strong feelings that are being created, and I think the most beautiful things is when people actually get to come back to the place. Because, for example, if volunteers from Spain or from Italy or from Romania come for one summer, and they come again next summer through another program or through another platform, I think this is the most rewarding. We also had people that they even came the next year without telling us, as a surprise, and for me it was like an amazing moment, just being, like, in the place and with the people, and just suddenly there is 2 of the volunteers that were last year, they just appeared in front of us, and it was like, wow. So yeah, we still have, of course, a lot of communication with all of them, and even there is people that have been to us with us even to Africa and Asia after doing a program with us here in Greece, and it means a lot. So yeah, everybody enjoys, and it's really also supporting for us to continue our nice work. Yes, Marilena.
Thank you, Elpis, for sharing all of this. It was when we were actually designing this webinar, and I was talking with Spiridula, we really need to bring Elpis because he's offering like these opportunities to people through ESC. So it was really nice, and thanks for joining. I would like to ask you, and maybe to give some any tip to the people that they are attending this webinar, because you will be receiving applications. So how would you describe an outstanding application, something that would say, okay, I will select this person because I see this thing in the application. What are you looking in the application?
That's a really nice question, because I think all of us, when we apply for jobs or for projects or anything, we are kind of a bit anxious how we can be in the front area of like all these other people. I think it's maybe subjective. Like from my side, when I look at people, I see like I'm looking for passion. I'm looking for like a lot of energy and motivation to do things. So in these matters also, I don't mind if somebody is like a really has like a very professional approach and like a very detailed CV and everything. But what I like more is to see like talk as we talk now, something that comes from the heart. I think I would really prefer somebody that is really willing to do things and really will not. Doesn't matter if he does have necessarily the knowledge and all the capacity to behave like in a project like this, but it's more important to be willing to learn and be flexible and open and social, because in these projects, of course, you're going to a very different environment. You're going to a place that you haven't been before. You will be with people that you don't know. So I think the most important thing is to adapt. And of course, it's up to the organization how supportive it will be. In our case, we really like to be together with the volunteers. We spend a lot of time talking together. We do gratitude circles. We are always there when they need us. And but I think, yes, that's the most important thing, just to when you apply to, or give some examples. Because myself also have a lot of experience in many places around the world. And when I remember when I was giving some interviews and they were asking like, the same questions to 200 people, and they were just replying like the typical things. I would always put an example of something like that I had, I don't know, an experience in Uganda doing that. And then when I was in another place, I had a situation and I dealt with it like this. So it's something that catches their attention. If you feel that it's something that makes you unique and it's close to the organization philosophy or approach, I think it's something that you should write in the application. If you see me that I talk a lot about Africa, for example. So if I see something that somebody has been to Africa or has some, I don't know, some really nice ideas or experience on that, it would definitely catch my attention. So it depends on the organization, of course, but I think something that comes from your heart, and you really you see the words that they use when they put the application or the info pack. I think you also use some of these words so that you read it and you really want to do that, and search a bit about maybe the organization's website or something. yeah, I don't know if it is helpful or not.
Yeah, it's quite helpful, especially like for the people listening, because when we are trying to apply somewhere, we are stressed what to write. So what I keep from what you said is like like we are talking now, be yourself, and whatever interest you may have, like you can include it. You never know how you will get the connection with the organization. And apart from you can see the opportunities that we have shared like through LPs, but you can also check at the European Youth portal. You will also receive the link in the chat. There are many opportunities to go abroad, because the opportunities offered by LPs is for the Italian and the Spanish participants, mainly known for the Greeks. But for the Greeks, you can always visit LPs at Nisiraches. It's an amazing place. But for the Greek participants and of course for the Spanish and Italian participants attending this webinar, there are so many opportunities at the European Youth portal. So feel free to explore them. And I don't know if you have any question for LPs. By the way, do you have any information about the ESC on humanitarian aid up to 35 years old? Do you have any input on that, LPs?
It's a new program, actually. Now it's called humanitarian aid, and we have applied to get a quality label for that, and we are waiting for the results. So for now, we are still waiting for results. But I know that, yeah, it's so what Despina is saying, it's really nice that this applies to everybody probably here in the channel. ESC normally is in Europe, of course, like short-term and long-term opportunities in Europe, but there's also humanitarian aid, which is actually kind of ESC, but outside of Europe, like can be in Africa and Asia. It's a beautiful opportunity. You also get the same kind of like you have the travel expenses paid. You also have like accommodation there, food and everything. Of course, it's a bit more complicated because it's outside of Europe. You need to be sure, of course, where you are going and how supportive is the organization there. But it's something that it exists, and hopefully, like soon, as Willing to Help, we can also provide more opportunities. And but for now, yeah, it's something that is kind of like there in the corner. Not many people know a lot about it, but it's something really nice, and for sure you should definitely try it out. But for sure it's happening. Like there is people actually even now that they are doing it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much, LPs, for sharing these opportunities with us. And for sure, in case we see that there is also another opportunity for you to share, because we all share opportunities. We are working with young people, so it's really important that we share all these opportunities. And Spiridoula, from my side, this is it for this webinar about the youth exchanges, about the training courses. Of course, we will be sharing the presentation with all the participants. And I give the floor back to you, Spiridoula.
Thank you. I don't know if we have any other questions about the Erasmus Plus Youth Exchange and Training Courses and the ESC. We will move on. If you have any questions, please write at the chat, and we will come back at the end of the section. And now I will welcome Kalliopi Dalla Poppy. Is she hearing us? Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello, Kalliopi.
Hi,
Kalliopi Poppy. I know you, Poppy.
Poppy.
Perfect.
Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you for being
I
here.
will share my screen with you. Give me a moment, please.
Kalliopi is the coordinator, as I said in the beginning, of the Eurodesk Greece network. She is from the Youth and Lifelong Learning Foundation of Greece. And we are very happy and honored actually that you are here with us, because you are inside the pool of information, let's say, and you will explain us more about the Eurodesk, about the opportunities, but also maybe we have also other questions that you might answer us.
Perfect. Thank you again for the invitation. I'm very happy to be here with you today. So my name is Poppy. I'm the national coordinator of Eurodesk, but what is Eurodesk? And why is our slogan, whatever the question is, start with us? I will be a little bit formal, but it's okay. You can ask me whatever you want at the end. Eurodesk is a European Youth Information Network created in 1990 as a support organization to Erasmus and the European Solidarity Corps. And Eurodesk makes information on learning mobility comprehensive and accessible to young people and those who work with young people. Eurodesk in Greece was established in Athens in 1999. It is a part of the national legacy of Erasmus Plus program for youth and the European Solidarity Corps, managed by the Youth and Lifelong Learning Foundation. So Eurodesk has a network in 37 European countries and more than 2,000 local multipliers and ambassadors. What is multiplier? A multiplier, the multipliers are regional and local organizations working with young people, delivering opportunities, youth information, and advising young people on mobility opportunities. Our network in Greece has 14 national multipliers. One of them is Youthmakers Hubs. Thank you for that. And you can find all the multipliers in Eurodesk map. You can see the link below. What is our mission? Our mission is to raise awareness among young people, mobility opportunities, to encourage them to become active citizens. And our main services is personalized guidance and support for young people, awareness campaigns, workshops, and online outreach, and training and capacity building for youth workers. Why? Because learning mobility has a huge impact on the employability of disadvantaged youth, but the access to mobility program is still unequal. So Eurodesk has a crucial role in providing info to all young people. Our flagship awareness campaign is Time to Move campaign. The campaign is organized yearly, coordinated by the Eurodesk in Brussels, but local events organized by the national coordinators in each country and the local multipliers. In 2022, 25 local events organized all around the Greece in 17 different cities, and more than 4,000 people attending the events. You can find all the events on the Time to Move map. You can see again the address. And we look forward to the 2022-3 campaign. You can check the Eurodesk, the central Eurodesk site. It's eurodesk.eu. You can find news from the Eurodesk network and the latest projects, updates from the latest EU youth policy developments, and a quick guide to start your journey abroad. Okay, let's go to Eurodesk Opportunity Finder. In the Eurodesk site, and find Eurodesk Opportunity Finder. It's a selection of opportunities from the program database in 5 categories. all the opportunities are quality checked and displayed with all the necessary information for young people. Okay, maybe we have to have a look at the platform. Let me check. Give me a moment. Just a moment, because my internet connection. Okay, we can see the platform. Okay. We are fine. I think we are fine now. Can you see the platform?
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. Now you can see the platform. You can see the 5 categories. In the learning category, you can find opportunity about programs, funds, scholarships to learn and study abroad. In the volunteering category, you can find opportunity for programs, funds, and projects to do volunteering project abroad. In the internship category, you can find paid internships and traineeships at international and EU institutions, such as the World Bank, the EU, the Court of Justice, etc. In the participating category, you can find open calls for participating in consultations, competitions, awards, games, and a lot of other stuff. And in the grant category, you can find funding to support youth projects, youth work, and youth information from the EU, such as Erasmus Plus, Horizon, and different programs from the EU. Here you can filter the platform. You can choose your age group, your country, your destination country. Have a look at the opportunity finder, because there are a lot of opportunities to find and to discover. So this is the opportunity finder. In addition to the opportunity finder, Eurodesk manages and supports the European Youth Portal, as you said before. So I will go again at the presentation. Okay. And this is European Youth Portal. European Youth Portal includes articles, news, events concerning the young people. It has content translated into 28 languages in the fields related to education, volunteering, employment, participation, culture, many different fields. Eurodesk answers all the inquiries that they received in the portal. In the portal, you can also submit your application for Discover EU if you are 18 years old. And maybe we can go to the portal. We can go to the portal. Easy. Okay. The European Youth Portal. Here you can choose your language. You can see all the categories. You can find news, events all around Europe. You can find stories from former participants. You can find all the information to go abroad if you want to volunteering, to working, if you want to go for studying abroad. And you can find all the information about the youth strategy. That's all, and for the European Youth Portal. Okay, Moreover, you can follow us on our social media, Facebook and Instagram, to learn more about opportunities. We can watch a very short video to sum up with a Greek Paralympic swimmer Antonis Tsapatakis. And at the end, I will be here to answer all your questions. Give me a moment. Perfect. I will put subtitles up. Sorry for that. But I will put the subtitles in English. Okay.
Σκέφτεσαι ότι είσαι Ευρωπαίος πολίτης, αλλά δεν γνωρίζεις τι ευκαιρίες μπορεί να σου προσφέρει η Ευρώπη. Έχεις να μάθεις τα ευρωπαϊκά προγράμματα, πώς θα κάνεις πρακτική άσκηση, εθελοντισμό, αλλά δεν γνωρίζεις από πού θα ξεκινήσεις. Η αφετηρία σου είναι το δίκτυο Youth. Εδώ και 30 χρόνια στηρίζει κάθε νέο όπου και αν βρίσκεται να ξεκινήσει το δικό του ταξίδι εμπειριών στο εξωτερικό. Ένα δίκτυο με παρουσία σε 36 χώρες, με 38 εθνικά κέντρα και πάνω από 1.600 τοπικούς εκπροσώπους ενθαρρύνει τους νέους να γίνουν ενεργοί πολίτες. Κάθε νέος έχει το δικαίωμα να έχει πρόσβαση στην πληροφόρηση για τις ευκαιρίες μαθησιακής κινητικότητας και να κάνει τη ζωή του καλύτερη από τη συμμετοχή του σε αυτές. Σε μια Ευρώπη που είμαστε ίδιοι στις ανάγκες, πρέπει να είμαστε ίσοι και στις ευκαιρίες. Γι' αυτό, μέσα από το πρόγραμμα Erasmus Plus, θέτησα προτεραιότητα τους νέους περισσότερες ευκαιρίες και την ενίσχυση της ενεργού συμμετοχής τους. Αποκτούν νέες δεξιότητες, βρίσκουν τη θέση που τους αξίζει μέσα στην κοινωνία. Δώσε και εσύ Ευρώπης, όποια κι αν είναι η ερώτησή σου, ξεκίνα μαζί μας.
And I think this is a very nice link with our next section as well. But I think that this is why also, I think this is why we wanted also to share with all the participants of this webinar about the Eurodesk and about the platforms, because these are tools that young people can use to find opportunities. And it's not only about mobility opportunities. You can find e-learning opportunities, you can find seminars, you can find other types of not trainings, but activities, let's say. For example, we also run the next month a hackathon, which is a very nice activity to improve your skills, to communicate, work in teams. We are running an online hackathon about reflection with participants from France and Italy. So this is also, and Greece, of course, this is an opportunity that you can find in all these tools, opportunities like this. Our team will share with you the hackathon details if you want to join. European Youth Portal, Eurodesk platform is also very important tools. And I would like to ask you if you have any questions for Calliope about Eurodesk or the platforms. European Youth Portal is also the platform where you can find volunteering opportunities for the European Solidarity Corps as well. It's a very nice tool for young people. Do you have any questions for Poppy? Poppy, do you want to add something to comment?
No, if anyone has a question, I'll be happy to answer.
And of course, through social media, Eurodesk also promotes many opportunities, as Calliope showed in the last slide with all the social media of Eurodesk. We have also shared Facebook and Instagram. And we, as multipliers, 14 organizations in Greece, but also from many countries in the European Union, we promote this kind of opportunities. We are here to answer any questions about the EU community. And if you don't have any other questions, I will wait some minutes as well. Or maybe you have questions for opportunities, such the Youth Exchange, the training course from before. If not, we can move to the Erasmus Plus program for people with disabilities. Thank you very much, Poppy, for being here with us. It's always a pleasure to have you, to be together. We have a question. Can someone do a long-term course ESC and then a short-term ESC? You can do, I think, both. Right? You can do one short and one long term up to 12 months. Am I correct?
Yes. You're right, Spirula. You can do both. I don't remember very well if a restriction, if you have to do first the short and then the long term, but I don't remember very well. I have to check it. But you can do both.
I think yes. Okay, we can share with you anyway the link to European Solidarity Corps, so that you can check as well. They also probably have FAQ, frequent asked questions. Check here. Elpis is not here to answer us this question, so okay, we will check though until the end of the webinar, and we will come back. And Sophia, I think the floor is yours now.
Okay, then. Thank you so much again. And of course, for people who know me, I'm going to talk about disability and inclusion. It's one of my favorite subjects. And actually, to be honest, I will ask you a series of questions, so bear with me, because, you know, without interaction, probably I will die. Okay, so I will share my screen with you. Okay, then. Oops, bear with me just for a while. Okay, here we are. So actually, as it is already mentioned, I will talk about people with disabilities and which actually are the opportunities that you can find by participating in an Erasmus project. So let me Menti you. You know that, you know Mentimeter, you know what we will do. I want to ask you some questions. So go to menti.com and use this code. You can also find it on the chat. Since we are going to talk about disability, and since I don't know, I cannot actually understand because of course you have your camera switched off because of GDPR and blah, 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 or because you are tired. I want to check with you, to be honest, if you know all these national agencies that actually are dedicating to inclusive approaches regarding the European projects. What do you know about, for example, disability and so on? So I will change my screen. Just give me 1 second. Okay, bear with me. Okay, here we are again. Okay, and I will ask you to go actually to Menti, as I told you, and give me a definition about disability. What is disability? Without, of course, Googling it, a condition that discourages people from movement, senses, or do any particular activities. When you are doing things differently, there is no right or wrong way. Okay, something else. Come on, you know that you can do it, Ella. The condition of people with different skills. Okay. This is challenging, I'm going to be very strict then with you. I'm joking again. Only 3 questions, it's not possible. Or, okay, do it in another way, different perspective. Okay. Something else? If actually you cannot enter the Menti, you can always write it on the chat. Let me check the chat. Not yet. Something else, it's not possible that we have only 4 answers. Not being able to do things exactly like the most of people. Okay. Come on, guys, it's not too difficult and it's not an exam actually. Okay. According with the international coaching, probably it's something like that or not. I don't know actually the acronyms. If you can help me.
International Classification of Functioning.
Okay,
Disability
perfect.
and Health.
Okay, thank you so much, Javier. It is
Luca.
No.
Yeah.
Mi spiace tantissimo. Okay, it is the relationship between people and context in terms of participation and activity. Okay, a condition that leads you to do, see, experience things differently. Something else? Come on, guys. It's not possible because we are 31 and I have only 7 questions. Or you are shy, or you are intimidated in a way.
There's also a reply in the chat.
Let me check. Thank you, Marilena. And a condition that is different from the norm. Okay. So I will come back. Okay, and then I will check again your answers. But to be honest, from your answers, I can understand that you want to embellish in a way the situation using terms like different skills, we are different. Let's see how we can define. I don't know if you are familiar with the convention of the UN, the United Nations for persons, as it is actually named, with disabilities. So I will use this actually definition. So let me check. Persons with disabilities includes those who have long-term physical, mental, intellectual, or sensory impairments, which in interaction with various barriers may hinder their full and effective participation in society on an equal basis with others. That means actually, regarding disability, we have to say the things as they are without embellishing any, if I may say, condition. There are people, as you can see, that they can have a long-term physical, mental, or intellectual or sensory impairment. And unfortunately, this is where actually the EU is coming. They are facing various barriers as regards their effective participation in society. So I will move on again because I wanted to ask you, I don't know if actually, if you want, you can share it with us. If you are a person with a disability, or for example, if you have any specific educational need or difficulties, which is the most actually appropriate term, to be honest. And if, of course, you want to share it with me. Otherwise, I don't know if you know where to search. As regards, for example, if you are a person with disability, or if you have, I don't know, a person from your family, or for example, if you have a friend and you want to travel with him or her, and actually you don't know where actually to search in order to find some opportunities that are relating, for example, with staff mobility, with students mobility, with the KA1. Let me see again the chat. I don't know. Okay, I don't know either. No, I'm joking. I know, and probably now you will also find out with me. So again, I will ask you to use the Menti and see if you know something, if you know where actually to address, even at national or even at, may I say, European level. Do you know where to search? Let's find out together again. Let's go to Menti again. I will move to the next slide. So, do you know if there is any organization or European institution which is responsible for increasing the participation of young people with fewer opportunities, as they are named, in the Erasmus programs or in the European Solidarity Corps? Do you know any? You can use again the same code. I have no clue, okay. Agency for people with disability. Okay. Something else? Okay, I really like the acronyms. To be honest, I don't know if you are all familiar with the acronyms. So, Erasmus for Inclusion. Okay, I have no idea. Okay. I will wait a little bit. Okay. Okay, nobody, even in the chat. The majority of you don't know, okay? For example, at the national level, let's go at the national level. Where are you going to ask some information? Do we have any national agency? I give you a clue now. Do we have any national agency? A little bit of interaction.
Yeah, in Greece we have 2 national agencies.
Okay, perfect. Okay, as you can see, as I actually, to be honest, how I formed the question, in the Erasmus guide that we're going also furthermore to take a look, it is written that there are some agencies, as you mentioned, which actually are your national agencies. So in Houven, in Edivim, in Greece, and also we have in Italy Erasmus per i Giovani, where you can actually ask information in order to increase, as it is actually written, the participation of students with fewer opportunities. So I will again share my screen, but not only. Do you remember, do you know this actually logo? More or less. It was presented before. Okay. So youth national agencies and also SALTO centers cooperate strategically in order to involve more inclusion organizations and increase the participation of young people with fewer opportunities in the Erasmus programs. Here you can see inclusion organization. What does it mean? What does it mean for an organization to be inclusive?
Not to leave anyone behind.
Exactly. For example, if we are going to organize a KA1 as, for example, a sending organization or as a host organization, what we have to do if we are going actually to include people with disabilities in, I don't know, in our exchange, for example?
I think we should make sure that we provide what is required for them to feel that they are in a safe environment, that they don't feel discriminated.
Exactly. And also you remember that we have, I think it was mentioned, we have a preparatory meeting, actually the sending organization, if we are going to participate in a youth exchange program. Actually the sending organization is going actually to attend a preparatory meeting hosted by the host organized, if I may say, by the hosting organization. So what we have to do, we have to actually check even the banalities. If the bathrooms are accessible, if the entrance is accessible, not only for people with physical disabilities, but also for people under the spectrum of autism and so on. Something else, the info pack has to be actually written in a very plain language, in a very simple language. And something else that I understood that some of your participants are familiar with, with inclusive approaches and disability also, but they use a lot of acronyms or Euro jargons that we only know people that are involved, are deeply involved in the project. So, for example, instead of using any kind of acronym, we have to always give an explanation. We have also to be honest, to organize bilateral meetings with a person with fewer opportunities in order to ask them if they have any special need, any special request, if they want to have also an accompanying person. Do you know what it is? You can also work, the majority of us can also, if we have a friend with a disability, or even if we want actually to be more active, we can accompany somebody. That means that all of our costs are going to be covered in order to accompany this person and also help them during their permanence, during their stay in a foreign country. So it's a win-win process. First of all, we become more active, we become more inclusive, and we increase, if I may say, our empathy. And second, we have the opportunity, as you can understand, to enjoy a trip together with our friend who can have a disability. Okay, something else. Again, let's go to Menti. I know that I'm torturing you, but in that way, I want to be 1% sure that you know where to find all this information. So I will go again to Menti, of course, with you. And I will ask you another question. Ah, here we have a lot. Okay, perfect. Which is the name, I don't know if you know, of a European organization that supports youth with disabilities? Do we have any European organization? You know, I'm going to tell you, I'm insisting on that, because if you are going to memorize 1 or 2 or 3 at least information related to disability, I think my job is done here. Do you know if we have a European organization that supports youth with disabilities? Come on, guys, please, please, please. Okay, I want to know what this acronym, I know what it means, but I want to know what it means, this acronym. Who wrote it? Exactly. Okay, European Agency for Inclusivity and Accessibility. Okay. The other is European. What it is EASPD? Who is going to tell us? European Agency for People, okay, for People with Disabilities, European Association of Service Providers for Persons with Disabilities. Okay. We have something here. Okay, perfect. Actually, yes, and also the European Association of Service Providers for People with Disabilities. Who wants to explain actually what is service providers? All of them should. Thank you about that. We are really motivated here. I know that you are tired, but I really want some interaction by your part. Okay, I will explain more. No worries. I will do the job. So let's go here. Okay. I really like this one, the European Agency for Special Needs and Inclusive Education, which is actually a platform for collaboration for its member countries, working towards ensuring more inclusive education systems. I really like this one because actually I was helped, to be honest, when I had a foreigner student with a disability, in order to find a more inclusive education system during, for example, his youth exchange program for studies. Also for service providers, but is more dedicated for people who are already working with people with disabilities. But actually, if you want to go abroad for studies, this is the adequate, if I may say, platform for you. And something else, because I saw, yes, I know, I have a lot of mentee, I know, but I have also something on chat. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Marilena. Something else, go again to Menti, because I saw that some of you probably you are a little bit concerned about the age limit or about the deadlines, or about if you can find, for example, a European student network which actually has a section for people with disabilities. Let's move again to Menti.
Do we put the same code as before?
Yes, always the same code, always. I will change. What is exchangeability? Do you know what it is? I really like this one. Especially if you are a host or sending organization, you can be part of this network. Just saying. Eh? Don't Google it. Just saying again. It's all Greek to you, eh? I know. It was for me too. Exchanging skills. I really like the diplomatic answer. A group of people who have same time of mobility issue. You are so close. Program to do okay. After the presentation, I will send you also all the links. Exchange what you can do. Inclusive mobilities. You got the picture, yeah. Okay. I will give you a more specific detail. Just again, bear with me. I really like this one, to be honest. Okay. Actually, is a project, started as a project from the Erasmus Student Network. So it's, first of all, it's a more accessible association for students with disabilities. To be honest, started as an initiative from blind and deaf students. And in that way, thanks to exchangeability, now with the new, to be honest, Erasmus guide, there was a kind of pushing in order to increase the number of students with disabilities going on exchange. Started then, to be honest, as from the Erasmus Student Network, because a lot of people, of students with disabilities, wanted to have, and actually in a way gently forced the European Union in order to increase the possibilities with them and also to create exactly equal opportunities for them regarding, for example, the individual support. I'm going to explain furthermore. Or, for example, how they can benefit from the exchange program at their home universities. Thanks to exchangeability, people who are deaf, they have interpretation in sign language, in their national sign language, and also blind people started to have their notes and their minutes, if I may say, like hearing and in Braille, and also like I don't remember now the word, like daisy books, which actually are books that you can listen if you are a people with a visual impairment, or if you are totally blind, or you have an in general visual disability. And something else, if I may say, the innovation now is that exchangeability now offers some tips for people, for students under the spectrum of autism. Then, last but not least, I really promise to you, and then I will give you more tips, more Q&A. We will answer to some questions. Let's go to Menti and find a program without deadline and without without age limit. Let's go and see which is this program that actually covers everything for a person with disability who has, if I may say, an entrepreneurial mindset. Let's go again. Last question. With that, so, oops, okay. Is there, you can see my screen, right? Yes. Is there any, exactly, Erasmus program for young entrepreneurs with disabilities without any deadline? Yes, as you have already mentioned, probably there was a clue also in the included in the question, is Erasmus for young entrepreneur. I will do here again the presentation and I will move on. Yes, it's this one, and I'm going to tell you something which is unique. This year we hosted DEF, actually a young entrepreneur, and now actually is part of our team in Microcosmos. The most important thing, it was that since he couldn't find an accompanying person fluent in Italian Sign Language or in international signs, he was paid extra 200 euros per month in order to have private, if I may say, private lessons in Italian Sign Language in order to become familiar with the deaf Italian community and to be able to interact with us. So something else. If you want to become more inclusive, I don't know if you know CM. It's a perfect, I'm going to show you inclusive website and also, if I may say, initiative. If you want to do some desk research, if you want to become more active, more inclusive, if you want to know what is happening in your country, if you want to know what is happening at European level, I'm going to show you the website is unique. Just let me show you again. Sorry. Sorry again. Okay. It's this one. Here we are not talking only about inclusion and accessibility for people with disabilities, but in general for all people that actually have fewer opportunities, as it is named according to the EU guide. So here you will have free sessions if you want to share a best inclusive practice. That also includes the participation of people coming from vulnerable groups, that actually people that have geographical obstacles, or for people that have economic obstacle, and so on. It's always updated. You can also be part of the research. You can also contribute regarding what is, for example, social inclusion for you. You can see also here, it's written in a very plain language, a very concrete one with the same terminology. You can find the guidelines for inclusive mobility. You can see, actually, you can choose, I really like this one, which actually mobilities can be defined inclusive and engaging. Then I really like this one. It's the inclusive communication manual. You are going to love it, especially I think Youthmakers Hub. How you can be more inclusive without spending a penny. Then I really like the fact sheet about the LGBTQI plus community and how again you can interact. Again, for the ethnic minority and so on. And the most important thing is here, is the registration, as I told you. Here, you register actually. There is a peer-to-peer interaction. For example, do you have a question? It will be answered directly. Do you want to widen your participation? You will have a free mentor who is going to tell you exactly how you can increase, it is written, the participation of underrepresented groups in the Erasmus program. Then how you can create a community of good practice in order, to increase the engagement of the community at national level. Again, because I really like, European Student Network is an initiative of the European Student Network regarding the social inclusion and engagement in mobility project. There is something on chat, I don't know if there are okay, thank you, Luca. Okay. Something else that before moving on, I will give you also another tip, if I may say. It's another actually really, favorite place, and if you want to become ready before actually starting an Erasmus placement or a stage abroad, we have the UN volunteers. Here you can apply totally for free. You can actually, here for example, I have entered with my account, and according, for example, to the filters, you can see the description of the assignment, and you can start in a way, having an experience at an international level, or you can have an experience working in English, totally digitally, totally remotely. And the most important thing, after concluding this stage, you will have a kind of code, and you can apply for the future in one of the UN official, formal, paid, if I may say, job position. Something else which is very, very important, and probably it will be also launched at the European level. It's the fact that if you are a person with a disability, they offer you a free widget in order to be able to interact with them, and they offer you a free interpreter if, for example, you want something, you want, I don't know, a specification, a plain language, if you want an interpreter in sign language, everything is actually offered and free by the UN. Probably, I know that in the future, because we have also digital opportunities at European level, thanks again to the umbrella of Erasmus Plus, we will have the same in the next 6 months at the European level, at the Erasmus community. But for now, I think it's very important that according, for example, to your disability, you are helpful, you are going to be helped 100%. And something else, in order to leave you and be on time, I really, if I have any query, my Bible is the Erasmus Bible, the new one of the 2027. And I wanted to ask you something. For example, I'm a person with a disability, and I have to bring with me my wheelchair. Or, for example, I have to rent a flat which is in the first floor, or I need to find a place, for example, when I have the specific ramp, or where I need a specific, I don't know, bed or a bedroom. All these costs are covered or not by the European Union? 100%, 80%, 70%?
They should be covered.
They should, or they are?
They are, because
They
we
are,
are the
exactly.
EU.
Exactly. Now, that's why it became actually my Bible. In the beginning, before the new guide, they should. Now, as you can see, the new program is more inclusive. And as you can see here, mobility funding 100% for an accompanying person, and also for the rent of special vehicles for transformation, and not only. So that was for me a lot of things. I don't know if you want something else.
Sophia, every time you have different tools, different input to give. Brava.
Thank you. You too. I know that there is a lot of information, but I will share with you, like a crescendo, my favorite one, this one, the new one of the conference. You will love it. Then the second in my list.
I'd like to ask you something. I don't know if is it the right moment.
It's always the right moment.
Thank you so much. I was wondering whether so as we were talking that you should cover all those expenses, are we saying that every project, every program that people may applicate to, are they always inclusive? Or do they have to say anything in the application that tells you it is inclusive? You know what I mean?
Yes, you have to write it, to be honest. And you have to ask for individual or special needs. It is, till now, it is called special needs support, but it will change the term.
Yeah.
You have to ask, actually, in the participants, you have to include that your project is also accessible for people with disabilities, for youth with disabilities or youth with fewer opportunities. You can be also more inclusive. If you are going actually to write the term youth with fewer opportunities, means that includes not only people with disabilities, but also people with geographical obstacles, with economic obstacles, and so on. But if we are talking about, if you are going to include people, you can write in the application, this is also suitable or adequate or open for people with fewer opportunities. More specifically, okay, it's open for 2 people with disabilities. And for that way, okay, I add as an extra budget for accompanying person and also for special support for transportation, for the rental, and it will be, it's the only, if I may say, cost that cannot never been cut, never. So it's a plus also. Actually, if you are going to apply in order to include a person with disability, there will not be any cut on the budget.
Okay, and if I'm a person with a disability, how do I look for the programs that are suitable for me?
I added now the Salto. There is a specific link on Salto.
Okay.
That you can see. Something else, you can also on the Salto that also Marilena showed before, you can check in the filters if there is an inclusive one. Something else, the most appropriate is to ask in Hoeven, the national agency, because they're updated. Something else, for example, for Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs, that I really like that fact, they didn't even ask, okay, any certificate for GDPR reason. And what we had, for example, only an interview, and they understood that there is a deaf person, not dead, a deaf person. And for a European Solidarity Corps, again, you can write that I am a person with disability in the application.
And that's it.
Something else, and you can ask specific support. When, for example, during the reporting, they are going to ask you for the certificate, but in order, to fasten the whole procedure, first you are accepted, and then during, if I may say, the interim report or the monthly report, they are going to ask you for more information, or they give you time in order also to translate the documents.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, Sophia. Always so interesting.
Thank you.
Do we have any questions for Sophia? I think we need to include a series of webinars sometime when you will explain us, you will teach us, or you will present us the manuals, some tips for our daily life and for our, maybe to be inclusive in work environments or in daily life. These are, I think, the first step for us to understand and to be inclusive, actually.
Thank you, Spiridula. Something else, if you are searching also for a job, just saying, how many of you are adult educators, or you are students that want to, I don't know, to work with people with disabilities? Or you don't? Okay, perfect. Thank you, Despina. You can apply in order to become an accompanying person. You are very well paid, very, very well paid. For example, even for a KA1, just saying, for example, if a person with disability is accepted and they are going to stay for, I don't know, a year, you can do the same. Where can we apply? Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Despina. Despina, you can write to me if you want. There are a lot of, first of all, you can find, not in the application, it's the opposite. Actually, on Salto, but also on CM that I show you, there are some open calls from people with disabilities that are searching accompanying persons. And also at national level, if you will go at your national agency in Edivim here in Greece, they will tell you that there are a call of people with disabilities asking, searching for an accompanying person. Then the procedure is too simple. You just have a meeting with them. Just a meeting with them. And if the matching, as you can understand, is successful, you travel with them. Thank you, Despina. Me too. You are my person, not only Despina, but in general.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay. At this point, I would like to thank Sophia once more for always trying to to raise awareness and she always tries to give us some tips and to think about it, a think tank. Sophia is a think tank. I don't know how to explain it better. I would like to ask, we are coming to the end of this webinar. I would like to maybe ask you to tell us your feelings. How did you think about what we have discussed, and if you gained something, if you earned any opportunity or any information that was helpful for you, if you're going to apply for an Erasmus program now that you have learned more. You can also write at the chat, or you can open your microphone or camera as well.
Yeah, because it's really important for us also to let us know if it was useful, spending these 2.5 hours together and sharing these opportunities, because sometimes for us, for the people working in the Erasmus Plus, we take all this for granted. But the more I work with young people, the more I see that you don't know about all these opportunities, that they are available for all of you. So if anyone would like to share how is it, meanwhile, Spiridula also shared an evaluation form, so you can tell us your opinion. How was it for you?
Yes, because we also want to have your feedback. So if you feel like you don't want to give us with your name, here is an evaluation form anonymously. And in order to understand your needs and to have similar webinars or different, if you have any suggestions. Francesca, ciao. Would you like to share something with us?
Okay, no, it's okay. I regarded the form application form. Yeah.
Did you find it interesting though? Did you find it interesting?
In general, you.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, thank you very much. I will wait some minutes for you to complete the form because it's important for us to have your feedback. And meanwhile, I would like to tell you that this is the first of the 3 webinars. We will also have the second webinar will be on the 8th of February. It's also Wednesday. At the same time, and it's about how to write an European Solidarity Core program, which we will give you some tips. We will tell you the steps, the priorities of this call, and it's a very nice program and useful. And the third webinar and the final webinar will be on the 1st of March. It's about career development opportunities. We will talk about young entrepreneurship, Erasmus for young entrepreneurs, and the Blue Book internship and other EU career opportunities. Now I would like to ask you to open your cameras if you want, to have a screenshot of this event. Maybe. Thank you.
To see also some faces after.
Yes, to see who is here. Okay.
Thank you.
Nice faces. Very nice. Thank you, guys. Okay, we can, Jana will count down as usual.
Okay, so I'm counting down. 3, 2, 1. Please smile. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You can follow us on Facebook, the project for the next activities, because we will also have podcast trainings after the webinars. We will have some mobility activities, so you can find us on Facebook and on our website. Thank you very much. I think this is for now. We will share with you all the information and the presentations and the links and everything. Thank you.
Thank you. Grazie.
Grazie.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Grazie. Bye. Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah. See you the next one.